So I want to talk about how to free yourself from mental suffering, anxiety, and it can be very quick. The absolute foundation of all suffering from mental phenomena is identifying with it. We have been conditioned to identify with the mind and its content since birth, and that it belongs to us, and that we are the engine behind it. But if you actually take a look at it, and nobody has bothered really to actually go and look for themselves. I didn't, but then I did, and I found something completely different. What I found is that the mind, thoughts, all mental phenomena spontaneously appear, all by themselves. If you just sit and watch what unfolds with no expectations or perceptions about what's going to happen, you just sit and watch with curiosity, what you'll find is, after not very long, the mind is weaving all these stories together. There's thoughts coming in and out, there's images, all sorts. And it's all just happening. You're not responsible for it whatsoever. You've just sat there and watched this all happen. Completely unannounced. It just unfolded before you. So suddenly, instead of, if we use a traffic analogy here, because I like this, instead of being in the traffic, being a part of the traffic, creating the traffic even, which is what we've been told, we realise and we gain clarity that we are actually standing on the pavement watching that traffic. We're not even in it, we're nothing to do with it. We're simply a witness of it. And it was only ever the misidentification with the mental traffic that created this illusion that we were part of it and producing it. But it is an illusion, it's not what you find. What you find is that you are the awareness of it. So suddenly, you can drop the identification and the personalization of the thoughts. And they dissipate. And the potency is taken out, and the venom is taken out. You imagine the difference between sitting or being stuck in traffic and standing on the pavement watching it. If you're standing on the pavement, is it of any significance to you what the traffic's doing? No, not really. In fact, it may be of so little interest that you don't even register. You're just looking around at other things, or attention's going elsewhere, basically. The only reason why thoughts seem to carry such power is because it's been given such importance, that the mind and its content has been given such importance. It's been elevated to such significance because we've been told it's something to do with us and we've identified with it. But it's all misdirection. It's the absolute opposite of that when you actually go and have a look. So what does this mean? It means that once we can drop the identification and personalization of thought, it doesn't have any impact anymore. It doesn't have any venom. And therefore, it doesn't matter what the mind's producing because we're not responsible for it anyway. The thoughts can come and they can go. They are irrelevant. And that brings tremendous freedom, tremendous liberation. Because there's no longer any need to control the mind, to stop certain thoughts, to resist thoughts, to reprogram the mind, whatever. It's all totally irrelevant. And you realise what a waste of time all these teachings are, and it's quite funny really, they are a waste of time. And it's all misdirection. Because it's still selling this illusion that you are the mind. People always use personal language, don't they, to describe the mind. They say, my mind, my thoughts. But it's interesting that sometimes I notice people say, oh, I've just had a thought, or a thought's just popped in, which is actually quite accurate, because they do just pop in. But people don't then explore further and go, well, where did that pop in from? Or they say, it's come to me now. If they're searching and searching for something, it just comes in. So it's interesting terminology. It comes in. So it's not put out, it's coming in. It's being delivered, not produced. So making this distinction is absolutely incredible. And you can go from experiencing anxiety and fear and having a horrible day to suddenly snapping out and taking a step back and reminding yourself, okay, where did those thoughts come from? They arose out of nowhere. They are just passing traffic. And you disengage, you disconnect, you stop feeding that thought stream. And there's a sense of balance, a sense of peace, a sense of neutrality that's restored. This is life-changing stuff. And it sounds so simple, and it is simple. It takes a bit of practice to sort of keep that awareness open and expanded and realize when, you know, there is this pulling in towards negative thoughts and stressful narratives and stories that the mind's concocting. It just takes a bit of practice just to keep noticing it. And that's always a win, to notice it in the first place and then just pull back and let those thoughts move on past. They're of no significance or importance. Let them go. And there's instantly a release. So I hope this helps, and I hope you can find, or see rather, the peace that you are, that is your essential nature that's already here. It was only ever the mind and identifying with the mind that veiled this peace that you are. And by disengaging with it and dropping the identification with it, we can see the peace that we are, because it's what's left when the mind's neutralised. So I hope that helps, and let me know your experience in the comments if you decide to do a bit of exploration or inquiry or observation. I hope it helps.